A sharp pain in my abdomen tore me abruptly from my sleep. I knew immediately something was seriously wrong. I groped through the darkness to my flatmate's bedroom. "I think we need to go to A&E, I groaned through her bedroom door. This was not the first time we had rushed to the hospital in the dead of the night. 3 years of intensive treatment for bowel cancer meant I knew all too well how unpredictable and perilous the trek up the mountain of treatment could be. Toxic chemotherapy drugs destroyed not just cancer cells, but healthy cells too, giving rise to terrifying complications. Sometimes the route ahead would disappear completely. The mist would close in, surrounding me with an impenetrable white wall. Disorientated, I wouldn't know which way to turn. Wearily, I'd near what I thought was the peak, only to find the path twisting on endlessly into the distance. Rain-like needles pierced my skin. The wind battered my body, my future growing fainter in a darkening mist. My bowel had perforated, made weak from the powerful drugs that were supposed to be keeping me alive, allowing bacteria to flood into my abdomen, through my blood and around my body. My immune system was fragile from the chemotherapy, meaning I'd had multiple courses of life-saving antibiotics over the course of my cancer treatment. But this time was different. They didn't work. My infection was resistant to treatment. Life-threatening sepsis set in. My temperature soared, my blood pressure plummeted, and my heart pounded frantically in my chest as it pumped the infection through my veins. The surgeon's face was grave. "Time is of the essence," he stressed. "We have to operate right now to control the infection, otherwise..." His voice trailed off. "I will die from it," I said, completing his sentence. The white fog of panic was closing in around me. I couldn't see the path anymore. I was fixated in terror on the steep drop either side. Turning back wasn't an option. Theatre staff with solemn faces hurried around me. "I'm scared I'm going to die," I said to the room. No one responded. Terror gripped every atom of my being. My body was out of control. I was falling headlong into a deep, dark gully. "You're very unwell. We might need to keep you on a ventilator after your surgery," said the doctor. The realization that I might not wake up from this operation gripped me with an icy shock. I awoke in the intensive care unit. Bone-chilling fevers continued to plague me. While the source of infection had been surgically removed, it would take time for the microbiologists to identify an antibiotic that would work to fully clear my infection. The doctors offered little reassurance, reminding me that my bacteria was highly resistant, that if the infection came back, they might not be able to treat it. Until then, I thought it was the cancer that would kill me. Now I wondered whether a resistant infection might be a more imminent threat. The infection delayed some crucial life-saving surgery I desperately need, giving the cancer time to rapidly grow and spread. My concern was no longer on the mountain. It was on the storm that whipped around me, buffeting me towards the precipitous crags hiding in the mist, the summit further away than ever before. Antibiotic resistance is a formidable storm, one that for immunocompromised patients we have no control over. Our only option is to focus on the map that outlines the twisting route ahead, the tools at hand. Antibiotics are one of those tools. After weeks of treatment, the infection eventually resolved, and my chemotherapy recommenced. The thundering wind died down a little. The icy rain relented. I squinted and could make out the faint path ahead, winding its way through rough heather and rocks.